Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And it's a very exciting day, Charlie Neff.
Is it?
Yes, TMZ has a new podcast.
Not involving me.
Not involving you, involving the superior, Charlie.
Oh, God.
It's called Big Down Under, basically.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you've been working on this for some time. You're very proud to bring in like more Australian stuff to TMZ.
Yeah, man, I'm sick of American celebrities, you know?
You are?
I've been interviewing American celebrities for like...
Are you going to tell Harvey that?
No, I probably shouldn't, should I? So I was like, I want to interview some Australian celebrities. So yeah, the podcast is me. Basically, you know, the Australians over here, Americans seem to adore the Australians. You know, it's a.
Do we?
Yes.
No,
you guys
I'm just kidding. I actually do love Australian stuff, but I like Australian like clothing brands and like fashion.
Well, then, I mean, I'm getting some fashion influencers, big ones.
Who?
To be continued.
TBD? Okay, I'll help you with that.
So give it a listen.
Exciting though, Charlie.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you
Thank
here.
The name of the show is Big Down Under.
Big Down Under.
Did I say that yet? Big Down Under. Click on the TMZ.
Like a sex reference?
It's supposed to be a bit of a wink and a nudge, you know.
Ooh.
It's you know, a show about me. You know, it should be called Big Down Under, huh?
Please. The only thing big down there is your big bush.
Oh.
I'm dead. I just got this whole room to wraps. I know you're saying it like that. No lie told.
No lie told. Oh, gross. Okay, on to our stories today. We'll talk about Millie Bobby Brown because she's upset that people are talking about her appearance.
Yep.
We'll talk about Armie Hammer because he's saying that he once tried hooking up with a guy.
Dang, he's getting real on his podcast.
Getting real. To begin with, though, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is suing his rape accuser, basically saying what she said was a lie.
But she's standing by those claims. By the way, before we get into these stories, we just want to remind you guys, we are live. And if you have any comments, we are checking the comments. Branson and Wild are going through. They're picking out the best ones, and we're going to read them at the very end of the show.
Good.
But let's get into Jay-Z.
Okay. So, yeah, this anonymous woman, Jane Doe, she dismissed her lawsuit voluntarily a little while back, basically saying that she was frightened by the reaction from Jay-Z and his supporters, so she didn't want to get identified, so she withdrew her suit. From that point, she says some of Jay-Z's security or lawyers kind of found her and wanted her to sign an affidavit saying that everything she said was false.
So she claims that she was recently approached outside of her home and cornered by two people. And the two people allegedly told her they were investigators working for one of Jay-Z's lawyers. And like you said, she claimed that they tried to get her to sign an affidavit, that the rape claims against Jay-Z were fake. But she also claims the alleged investigators asked her if her attorney, Tony Busby, sought her out as a client.
They're going after Tony Busby hard, Jay-Z.
They are, yeah.
Basically that he's an ambulance chaser type lawyer who's... Jay-Z's point and Diddy's lawyer's point is that Tony Busby, who's like representing the victims, is basically trying to get all of these people with all of these allegations, and Tony Busby... they say doesn't care if the allegations are true or not. He's just trying to get settlements out of celebrities who don't want their name to be in these stories in any way, shape, or form.
And this Jane Doe, like, I guess when her claim is that when the investigators came up to her, they were like asking, did he pay you to make up these claims? So they believe this guy, this lawyer is like a scoundrel, but you know, she's standing by her story and says that none of that is true. Like, you know, everything she told was her truth. But Jay-Z is now suing her, saying that she did admit that all the claims against him were fake.
Jay-Z thinks that this lady admitted that everything was fake to Tony Busby before they even filed the suit.
Right.
Like, so I don't know how this is going to shake out. She withdrew her suit, so she can't refile because it was dismissed with prejudice. She can't refile. It's done. It's over. Jay-Z's not going to be, brought up like this again.
But the thing is like, if let's say she is telling the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she feels like, if it's true, the investigators showed up at her house, or, kind of like intimidating her. You would think like, okay, well, is she going to file a police report? Is she going to get a restraining order? So this could get really nasty. I mean, it's already nasty, could really escalate.
Okay, on to our next story. Armie Hammer getting very honest on his podcast, Hammer Time. So this podcast, I've actually listened to a few episodes like in the past.
What are your thoughts?
I liked it. I have always sort of like kind of liked him and thought that he got a bad rap.
For being a cannibal?
Well, I mean, he didn't say he was a cannibal. He said he thought about being a cannibal.
Uh-huh.
That's always been my,
Well, he allegedly was telling girls, like, I want to cut out your ribs and eat
Okay, that's not
them.
good.
He
That's
was
not good.
branding girls and licking the blood when he would, like, carve into them, according to the accuser.
Oh, okay. Maybe I read him wrong.
Missed all that?
Yeah, maybe I missed all that. I just basically thought he talks about his kinks, right? On his podcast.
Right.
Some of it's about his kinks and trying to come back. It's about his
We know
Phoenix.
he's into, like, BDE and all
yes,
that.
BDM, not BDE.
Oh, yeah. right,
else.
BDM. Wait, BDSM.
BDSM.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Wow, we're clearly not a part of the
We
community.
are so vanilla.
We're so basic.
Yeah. So, God, he got honest on this recent episode. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like maybe this actually works for me.
Yeah,
Let's give it a try. And I
yeah.
remember I met this dude, handsome, French, the whole
Sure,
thing.
sure,
I was
the
like,
whole thing.
I was like, okay, this could work. This could work.
Yeah.
Let's try this. I remember I started making out with him, and I just remember being like, God, beards. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I get why women like it when you shave. Like, this thing is fucking rough. Like, how do I get in there?
Totally.
And I remember I put my arms around him and I was like, oh my God, and these shoulders are so wide. He's so
Yeah.
big. Like,
Yeah.
he's almost my.
What do you think?
I think it's interesting. Obviously, he was in that movie with Timothy Chalamet where
Mm.
they were like gay lovers. So it's not like it's the first time he's like kissed a man. Well, this might have been, but he's done it like for movie purposes as well. I mean, if it didn't do anything for him, it didn't do anything for him sexually, but I definitely think he's being honest.
I think somewhat he's being honest, but also like he's a weird guy to sort of like the reason he decided he wanted to try being with a man is because he was like, women are the worst, gay dudes have it so easy. He's like, gay dudes just like go get oral sex in bathrooms and they don't even know his
Right.
name. And it came off a bit like homophobic. Well, quite homophobic.
Yeah.
And the reason you want to try being gay is because you don't like women now.
I mean, but like girls kind of have the same thought. I don't know if like girls actually pursue those thoughts, but like there's definitely times where I hear girlfriends be like, after a bad breakup, they're like, ugh, guys, I'm like hitting, such a wall. Like they suck. Like I just should go be with girls.
And
Like,
then do they?
I don't think so. Sorry, Charlie, to kill your fantasy, but it's definitely something that people say. Look,
But not guys. But guys don't like.
I don't know. You tell me. You have a lot of. Do you have guy friends? I don't think you have any guy friends.
What do you mean, guy friends?
Do you have guy friends?
Yeah, I mean Wild and Branson.
So people you work with
yeah,
that are paid to have to be around
Right,
you?
right.
Like that doesn't count.
It's a like if Armie Hammer was a bit curious, then if he was out one night and then he explored that, okay, he sorted out. Like he maybe downloaded Grindr and went.
I think he did download Grindr.
So that's not just trying to be with a guy. That's actively pursue. It's just something altogether. He's a weird guy, I think.
yeah, I think it's interesting. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not surprising from him though.
I guess
he's kind of a quirky guy.
I guess that's true. I don't know who's gonna be with Armie Hammer now. Just like after all of his
He'll still get girls.
he
still
sexual
is
weird
getting
kinks.
girls.
He's tried being with guys. He's just like, who is after Armie Hammer now? Just he's all over the place.
He'll still get girls.
He's so handsome.
He's very handsome. I mean, is he different? Yeah, but like the girls know it's out in the media, like what his kinks are. So it's not like you're getting yourself into something you don't know about.
But then the public's always going to be like whispering about you. Like, I wonder what
Right.
Armie and
Is
her
he
or
eating
him.
her ribs?
Yeah, is he eating her ribs or his ribs? I mean, who even knows anymore?
By the way, if this is his podcast, he should get a better camera. Is that just me being like in the entertainment industry where I'm like, why is the quality so bad?
I don't think he's doing that well. He shoots it in his apartment for cheap. I don't think his apartment's amazing. I think he's down in his luck.
I mean, if we shot in your apartment, what would it look like?
It'd smell bad.
Ew! What the heck? Like what, old applesauce from your kids, like on the
Applesauce.
floor, it's
Yeah,
all
just
sticky when you
Vegemite.
walk.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Vegemite.
liked the Vegemite you brought in the other day.
Thank you.
Shockingly good. Shockingly
I
good.
gave the staff members Vegemite to try as promo for my new podcast.
Yeah, where is that promo?
It's going to be up. Don't worry.
Oh.
TMZ.com. Actually, just our Instagram. Okay, on to our last story. Millie Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown is really upset that people are now questioning her appearance, saying like, wow, she looks older than she used to. So she took to her Instagram for a very long piece to carry. It was like 2.5 minutes or something she was talking. Let's listen to some of it now.
I started in the industry when I was 10 years old. I grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to grow up with me. Instead, they act like I'm supposed to stay frozen in time, like I should still look the way I did on Stranger Things Season 1. And because I don't, I'm now a target.
So she, by name, called out journalists that she thought reported negative stories about her and her appearance. I mean, if she's feeling...
And the journalist responded and apologized.
Right. She says she's feeling bullied, which is understandable for a young lady who's growing up in the spotlight.
I mean, I personally have seen, like, you know, because she bleached her hair blonde recently, and that's kind of what kickstarted, like, all this hate. Because, you know, as a blonde, it can age you or make, you know, bring out different features. Like, that's just, like, hair theory. Like, if you're brunette, it's going to bring out your nose. It's going to bring out, like, different things about you. If you have brown eyes, it'll highlight your brown eyes. If you're blonde, it brings out different traits about you.
What about red hair? What does that bring out?
I don't know, but I like red hair.
You should try it.
It's pretty. So she started getting all this hate when she bleached her hair blonde because people thought she was, like, trying to be older and, like, looked older.
Well, there was that one photo of her and... What's her husband's name again?
Oh, he's
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi's
Jake Bon
son.
Jovi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There was a picture of them on the red carpet together.
Where she has, like, the bangs.
Yes.
The way she's dressed. People thought she looked like a 45-year-old woman.
She did, though. Like, I don't think I'm being mean. She was dressed.
That.
She was dressed, and her hair, the way she was styled, it's like she was going for 45-year-old woman.
But the sad thing is like, she probably felt like she looked so good. She probably felt so confident. And for people to, like, criticize her appearance, her wardrobe, like, I don't think it's fair.
Are we not allowed to write articles, though? Like, entertainment journalists not allowed to write...
Like, being like, what is she wearing? Like, we don't do that anymore.
I mean, well, clearly people do. Like, she did look way older.
I think that when she's, like, what, 21?
Mm-hmm.
When you are a 21-year-old female, you want to look older. Like, if you looked at photos of me, like, I feel like I looked older then than I do now.
No.
Rude! But, like, when you're young, you want to be, like, taken more seriously. So, yeah, you start, like, growing up and you start, like, experimenting with different makeup, different hairstyles, different hair colors. And, like, her look to me is giving, like, my generation's, like, Playboy days when every girl had bleached blonde hair and, like, looked a certain way.
But
like,
I think
it's fine.
It is fine. It is totally fine.
She is gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. But all of these stories about her looking older came from that one red carpet.
But no, there's tons of comments.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, if she does look significantly older, and objectively she looked way older, she was 11.
But that's not nice to say.
So we're not allowed to report? Like, we should just put down our
very
phones?
rude to say girls look older.
I think
you need to look in the mirror and talk about, what do you say to Charlie Neff every day? It's not nice. And you say it because you know it's not nice, right?
Oh, this is coming from a... I'm sorry, Neff.
It's
I
like
just
one
made
of
a
those
joke
things
just then.
You, like, think of, but then you, like, shouldn't say it, right? It's okay if it's, like, a little, like, funny dig. Like, you and me, I'm not going to be offended.
Right.
But when it's, like, people that are saying it to be hurtful, it is hurtful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for women, like, our beauty is our youth. So for people to say that about Millie, I can totally see why she would be offended, why she would be bothered by that. It's not nice being like, oh my God, she looks so much older. Okay, what is, like, your point? Like, you want her to go, like, get a pacifier again? Like, it's
just observational.
Okay, keep the observations to yourself.
You look lovely, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Let's read out some of your comments quickly.
Okay, for the Jay-Z story, Felicia said, good. Her story was all over the place, kind of hard to believe her. It really makes it hard for real victims. Some people just want a payday.
I'm starting to agree with Felicia.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On this particular one, yeah.
CR said she probably was threatened to drop it.
I don't know. I think,
I mean,
who knows what to believe, but she voluntarily.
if they were showing up at her door, if she has ring cam of that, I don't know.
We'll see.
Justin said Jay-Z and his 99 problems with one that will just won't go away.
Nice.
Facts. For the Armie Hammer story, Eminem said, it sounds like he's still trying to find his place in the world after all the drama. Yeah, totally. I think the podcast is a good move for him.
But just seems clickbaity and like, okay, guy, okay, you don't have to, okay, we don't need to know everything.
We do. If
Like,
it's a
what was he wearing?
podcast.
What did he smell like? It's just like, okay, we don't need to know everything.
For the Millie Bobby Brown story, Capitol Hill's full of shills said Millie Bobby Brown just cast her as Britney and she can go full method whack job. Yeah, a lot of people thought she bleached her hair because she wants the role of Britney Spears in the new biopic.
That'd be good.
I think a 10 out of 10. Rudy said, well, she looks older. Rudy, did you not hear my whole spiel?
Rudy's being Rudy.
Yeah. A couple miscellaneous comments for you guys. Oh, God, buckle up. Steven said, congrats, Cotton, on the new podcast. I will definitely be listening and can't forget the beautiful Neff. Thank you. Stay gold and stay bold, my Charlies. I like that. That should be our tagline. Stay gold, stay bold.
Thank you.
Jack said, what does Charlie's hat say?
It says Big Down Under.
Wait a minute. You made swag for your new podcast, but couldn't for us?
I've made so much merch for this podcast. It hasn't come out yet.
Geez.
I got pens and books and shirts and
By the way, you
more.
got some like gift basket today, too. What was that about?
Yeah, shout out Dana Bash.
Dana Bash from CNN?
Yeah, she. I said a real nice comment about her on the TV show last week.
What did you say?
That she's the sort of woman that I don't want to objectify. I just want to run her a nice rose petal bath.
Aw.
And so she sent me bath bombs and rose petals.
No, she did
Yes.
not.
So shout out to you, Dana Bash.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Good for her. Also, she watches TMZ.
I mean, we got fans everywhere,
Oh,
Charlie.
wow. That makes me nervous.
Okay, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you here next week.
Bye.
Tomorrow.
Oh. The fact that I didn't even
Tomorrow.
register.